Started another batch of their eggshells. I made sure I got them a little bit sterilized by baking them on low for a little while, and then just ground them up a bit. This, I realized I didn't have to get it, this fine, but it's still great. It's got just enough grit, and that would be good for my baby. Since doing this, Ella has been leaning more. So this time when I baked my hinge shells for a little while and then put them in the mortar and pestle, I did grind them up a little bit in there. And then this time I used the magic little bullet, that small one that I found. And it was working, so I cleaned that up and I thought this would be great. Now we finally have a powder type texture and still tiny little bits where there's still a little grit. And I'm going to give this to them today. Today they are going to have scrambled eggs, which this bowl is full of, and some shrimp and blueberries, a walnut half each, and some greens. And I may just go on and toss their shell powder over this and toss it around, because I have to get to the feed store. Yesterday they ate all their laying pellets, and I didn't let them out because the night before there was a horrible scare with them running and screaming inside for shelter, because I've taught them to shelter, and if they are in any threat, there's a spot that I would always have them go. I would train them, run in here, this particular spot where nothing else can get to them, on my enclosed back porch. And they were back there, and I went outside. I saw feathers everywhere. I was terrified, like literally. And so anyway, they're not going to be back there unless I'm back there until we move onto the land and they have their covered run. But here's their little salad. So this little container is going to be set aside for their eggshells from now on, so they get calcium back. I do have a bag of grit that they already have, but I like to give them this when I can. Some people have said it'll make them start packing, and even from just a sanitary issue, I wouldn't want that for sanitary reasons, but it's theirs. They laid it, so... But anyway, not picture here is me scrubbing my hands something fierce because I am allergic to shrimp. I'm plant-based anyway, but I'm allergic to shrimp. So someone gave me this bag that would have been going to waste. It was a frozen bag, and it would have went to waste. So I can give it to my birds. And they've only had it twice before. The other day they had some with yellow squash, and they loved that very much. So I am going to be getting into making my own feed for them every now and then. They like some oats and stuff. But I think I'm going to feel better making my own feed for them soon, with all the recipes that I have to put their feed together for them. They generally, now that they're out foraging, they pretty much provide a lot of their own food for themselves. But I like to make sure, especially with them being young, I just got them at the end of June, which they were close to the first part of July. It was so close to the end of June there. Some of them that were already adopted, and one of them was here, that were already older when they were there. They had already probably been there 3 weeks or a month and hadn't got adopted. So my babies, I can't save everybody. The animals that are here, try to give them a better life, and I hope soon for the sanctuary to be on sanctuary land.